Your project is a flaming disaster. Don't look surprised. You feel it. The missed deadlines, the budget that's more of a suggestion, the team morale of a forgotten houseplant. You're juggling chainsaws while riding a unicycle on a tightrope, and everything is on fire. According to the Project Management Institute, a staggering 35% of projects fail outright. Not go a little over budget, they fail. That's because most professionals are handed the title of project manager, with less training than a barista. But what if you could be the one who walks into that chaos, calms the storm, and delivers results with surgical precision? What if you had a blueprint to turn any complex goal into a manageable, predictable success? Forget the buzzwords and the 1,000-page manuals. You need a system. The difference isn't luck, it's method. You're going to learn the exact framework that transforms project chaos into predictable success. No theory, no fluff, just the system that works. Most amateurs think a project is a to-do list. It's not. A project plan is a war plan. It anticipates the enemy, which is usually time, money, and your own team's confusion. Success comes down to mastering the planning phase. And we're going to do it in 3 steps. Step 1, deconstruct the work. You can't eat an elephant in one bite. You have a massive goal, like launch new app. That's not a task, it's a wish. You need to break it down into a work breakdown structure, or WBS. What are the major phases? For example, maybe design, development, testing, marketing. Okay, now break those down. Design becomes wireframing, UI mockups, and prototyping. You keep breaking it down until you have concrete, manageable tasks that one person can own. If a task takes more than a week, it's probably not small enough. Step 2, sequence the tasks. Now you have a pile of puzzle pieces. You need to know the order. You can't do UI mockups before the wireframes are approved. This is called a dependency. You map these out. Task B cannot start until task A is finished. This creates a logical flow and reveals the true path of your project. This is the foundation for your timeline. The simplest way to visualize this is with a Gantt chart. It turns your list of dependencies into a clear, visual roadmap. Step 3, estimate with pinpoint accuracy. How long will it take? The worst project managers guess. The best ones calculate. Use a method called the 3-point estimate. For every task, you want 3 numbers instead of 1. O, the optimistic estimate. If every star aligns and the gods of productivity smile upon you. P, the pessimistic estimate. If Murphy's Law was written specifically about this task. M, the most likely estimate. The realistic, boring, probably correct number. Now, you don't just average them. You use a weighted formula. The expected duration is O plus 4M plus P, 6. Let's take a moment here to absorb what's on screen. This simple formula dramatically reduces risk by forcing you to consider the full range of possibilities, not just your hopes. You do this for time, and you do this for cost. Deconstruct, sequence, estimate. That is the core of a bulletproof plan. Okay, your plan is magnificent, a work of art. The Gantt chart is beautiful. Your 3-point estimates are a triumph of statistical reason. You've deconstructed, sequenced, and estimated everything down to the last paperclip. You present it to the team and the stakeholders. Everyone nods. You are a project management god. And then on Tuesday, it happens. Your lead designer quits to join a traveling circus. A key supplier's factory gets hit by a meteor. The CEO has a brilliant new idea that completely changes the scope. Your perfect plan has just met the ugly, messy fist of reality. So what now? Is the plan useless? Did you just waste weeks crafting a document that is now obsolete? No. Murphy's Law isn't a suggestion in project management. It's a guarantee. Is it time to panic? No again. Here's what the pros do, and it's not what you'd expect. They smile, because they planned for this exact moment. Your plan was never meant to be a crystal ball. It was meant to be a baseline. A tool for negotiation. Its true purpose is to make the consequences of change visible to everyone. Project triangle. This is where you introduce the project triangle, also known as the iron triangle. It has 3 sides: scope, time, and cost. In the center is quality. The rule is simple. You can change any one side of the triangle, but you must adjust at least one of the others. You cannot change the scope without impacting the time or the cost. It is a law of physics for projects. So, when the CEO wants to add that brilliant new feature, you don't say no. You pull out the plan they already agreed to, And you say, absolutely, a fantastic idea. Now let's look at the triangle. To add this new scope, which of the other two sides would you like to change? Do we push back the launch date to give us more time? Or do we increase the budget to hire more people for more cost? Suddenly, you're not the bad guy saying no. You're the strategic advisor facilitating an intelligent decision. Notice what you're not doing? Agreeing to the impossible. Your plan isn't a rigid cage. It's a dynamic map that shows everyone the cost of a detour. This is how you control a project, not by preventing change, but by managing it with clarity and authority. You don't get good at this by watching videos. You get good by doing. So here is your launch pad. Your mission is to master this entire loop in the next 48 hours. Don't wait for your next 6-month, multi-million-dollar corporate initiative. Pick something small and personal. Plan a weekend trip. Reorganize the garage. Cook a complex new recipe. I want you to take that small project and apply the framework. 1. Deconstruct it. Break it down into every single task. Be ridiculously specific. 2. Sequence it. What has to happen first? Draw out the dependencies. 3. Estimate it. Use the 3-point formula for how long each major step will take. O plus 4M plus P is for 6. Write it down. Then execute the project. And when reality inevitably hits, you forget to buy an ingredient, your friend bails on the trip, don't just react. Stop. Look at your plan. Use the iron triangle. Did the scope change? How does that affect your time or your cost, even if the cost is just your energy? This isn't just about managing projects. It's about managing reality. Now go command your chaos.